New York, the CC Radio Network is proud to bring you tonight's show, The Rebellious Rev and the Doc, where we talk about religion like you've never heard before. There's no evangelists here, just talk about religion with a twist. So let's get started and have some fun. Welcome our hosts for tonight, The Rebellious Rev and the Doc.
There is no heaven, there is no hell, there is only this world and its dark reflection. And we do not know in which of the two worlds we are.
Good evening! Given that old-time religion. Yes, sirree. We missed those good old days. Now it's, kill me for that old-time religion. You got people killing each other, religious or non-religious. It's not a good time right now. Excuse me. But anyway, good evening. My name is the Rebellious Rev.
And I am the Doc, his sidekick.
Yeah, you are sitting to the side of me, I guess.
Excuse me?
You are sitting to the side of me.
Yes, I'm sitting to your left because Jesus is sitting to your right.
No, you're right. You're sitting to my left.
I said I am sitting
I
to
know, I
your
said
left.
you're right. I don't quite know if this is left or right. I have to think about it for a minute. You know, it's just one of those problems I have.
The Rebellious Rev was missing the old-time religion days, so this is a Flashback Friday. We're going to remember what it used to be like when we were kids, when the Rev used to go to church, excuse me, and I used to go to shul, okay? I remember chatting with my dad about that one time, and I said to him, you know, the church really has a smart idea. If you miss 9 o'clock Mass, you could still go to 10 or maybe even 11 o'clock Mass. In synagogue, if you miss 8:30, you know, the services start at 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock, and they run until 12 or 12:30. It depends upon how long the service is. So, you know, it's a long time to sit. But that didn't change the fact that as soon as it was over, I used to throw off my suit, put on my jeans, and get ready to play the baseball in the summer or football in the winter.
I can't see you playing baseball. I don't know why. Actually, football more than... what'd you do, sneak under everybody?
What are you talking about, football?
Yeah.
No, I used to be more of a small tight end.
Okay. Mr. Small Tight End.
Now, don't get any lewd ideas. I didn't say I was a small.
This is a religious show.
You know.
What you thinking?
Rear end. You know. I mean.
As I said, this is a very religious show. So.
Well, I don't know how. What do you mean by very? In any event, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, listen, you're talking about that. Now, you know that I'm a man of many backgrounds. I was born in Israel. And when I was there, I used to go to Saturday, I used to go to shul, and Sunday I would go to church.
Yes, but what the Rev won't tell you is that he used to go to Friday night services in the mosque.
Oh, is that what that was? I didn't know what the last one was. I was too young.
Yes.
But I remember it. going to those days, going to the synagogue, and yeah, the services started at 9, 8, and 9, but kids sat down. They all ran out for an hour, then they'd run back in, sit down again. Nobody
It's
stayed there for the full time.
well, it depends. Probably the most more important part of the whole service is the sermon, and we kids couldn't wait for the sermon so we could get up and leave.
And
But thinking about it now, you could learn a great deal.
and then I remember afterwards, or while we were in service, we'd sneak out where the kiddush was, and we get slapped for taking some of the food while there were still services.
You have to understand that in his neighborhood, when the Rev used to leave the house, the kids would jump him and say, "Get him! He's everything."
Yeah, we don't know what he is, one or the other. But that was so we. I mean, I remember that. I remember getting smacked around a little bit once, for rushing to get the food a little earlier than everybody else. They didn't always have it, and a lot of times they had it because of somebody's occasion.
Come on. Why don't you tell the truth? It wasn't so much the kiddish, the food you were after. It was the schnapps.
At 8 years old, that was grapefruit juice. What do I know? And no wonder it made me walk around in circles a little bit.
Well,
All right.
but anyway, we would like to know if you call 646-595-3275. Let us know what your services used to be like. What do you remember?
And then I remember going to church on Sundays. And that I was dressed up a little bit more because actually when I went to a synagogue, nobody actually knew I was going to synagogue. My father wouldn't have been too happy about it at the
No,
time.
but the truth is, when you walk through those church doors and you saw Jesus nailed to that cross, you knew they meant business in this place.
Yeah. And I'd be dressed a little bit nicer, and it was nice. It was only an hour, but you couldn't sneak out during that hour. And afterwards, I'd still be wearing my Sunday best and run over because we were close to the sand, run to the beach, get myself wet and dirty, and play some ball, whatever, and then come back home, and my mother would look at me and look at my Sunday best, and they didn't look like Thursday's worst. I mean, she'd get mad and made me take them off, and I tell her it's too late. They're already dirty. What's the difference? That usually didn't work, so went ahead in my shorts and went back out and played. So that's my days up to about.
Well, especially now when we read a lot about the African American church down south, church was an all-day thing. They'd go to Sunday services, then they'd usually go home to somebody's house, and they would have a communal lunch. They would read portions of the Bible. They would discuss passages.
Or they would go to IHOP.
No, not down south, but up here they do.
Yeah.
If you live on Long Island, I don't know how it is in the other 5 boroughs of New York, but if you live on Long Island and if you want to go to IHOP for breakfast on a Sunday, forget about it. Because as soon as the church service is over, that's the first place that most people go.
Same thing when I was in Virginia, except over there they all ran to
the Denny's.
No, to that buffet. What was the buffet called? Country Buffet. They would all be running to filling up the Country Buffet. All the church people, all them wearing the suit and ties and everything. and that would be the end of that.
Well, the truly religious people would be clutching their Bible when they reach for the food.
Bible in the left hand,
Food in the right hand.
Yeah.
Exactly.
not a problem for them. No, they were always there. And but now I don't. As I said in the blurb that I wrote, I don't know if things are still that way anywhere, or we're just so old we don't see them anymore, and that's not how we perceive religion to be anymore. Now with religion, everybody's arguing about abortion and Muslims killing the Catholics, Muslims killing Jews,
No,
Muslims killing themselves.
The radicals are killing everybody.
Yeah, the radicals, of course, are not. They're not. There's a small minority, but they make a big bang, unfortunately, and they hurt. They hurt the rest of the religions.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the number is 646-595-3275. Before we go any further, I do have to give a shout out to my cousin Steve. My cousin Steve lives in Sarasota, Florida with his wife Carol. Today is his 74th birthday.
Wait a second. You should have warned me. I would have.
Are we getting a happy birthday song?
Yeah, but now you got to forewarn the producer before you do that, because I don't even know where that is. I know we also have a caller.
Do we?
Yeah, come on in, join us, caller. But we're going to play Happy Birthday now to
Cousin Steve.
Cousin Steve. Okay, where are you? Happy birthday. All right, Cousin Steve, this is for you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cousin Pickle. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cousin Pickle. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. And who's it? Eddie, you said?
No, my cousin Steve.
Steve, happy birthday, Steve, from the Beatles. And we've got, I believe, Elise on the line. How are you? Hello?
I'm okay. How are you?
Okay.
How was your first round of shots, by the way?
Thank God I don't have to go through what I went through on Wednesday. It was horrifying. 4 shots at once. It's just that I can't fathom why they would do such a thing.
Well,
these things hurt.
I'll tell you, it's obvious that you were never in the service. Felix, actually the Rev and I could tell you, we used to get those, remember those guns?
Yeah.
They would take the gun and put it up on your arm and press the button, and you'd get like